Okay, this is the zoo north of Seattle. I think it's called Woodland Park Zoo. Notice there's a nice big butterfly there. Same type, smaller version right there. I don't know about version, but yeah. The butterflies are sometimes pretty well camouflaged, so it makes sense to walk through here nice and slow. Keep your eyes open till they mysteriously appear. A lot of pretty flowers in here too. A lot of the butterflies, I think they're avoiding people, because if you look at the wall there's a nice big orange one there with its wings out, and then a similar one with its wings folded up there. But if you look at this, what's it called, flower there, there's a butterfly on top of one of the flowers, but he's holding still, so he's not really that noticeable. Usually it's easier to notice something if it's moving around. They tell me butterflies can drown, so they have these wet sponges here for the butterflies to get water. Very interesting. Let's see here. Oh, I see. I just walked past a bunch of butterflies. Okay, so here's one on top of this flower here, and this similar one on a flower down there. And then up here on this, whoops. So there's a one folded up on that flower there. Oh, this wings out on a flower up there. Yeah, she found a nice big one. Yellow and black. So there's a small one right there, and then there's one about 3 feet in front of me, and then there's this huge one right there. And then if you pan down on top of the leaf, there's one that's got his wing wiggling around like it's in the wind, but there's no wind. Kind of suspicious. Not sure what he's doing. Maybe he's on drugs. Okay. So there's a bunch of people over here, but I want to get around behind them. Hopefully get a turn. There's a tree over here where they put the baby, give the babies a chance to dry out so they can fly. When they're first born, they can't fly. Born, or whatever you call it, when they come out of their cocoon. This is called a seedless butterfly bush.
Look down.
There's one down there too. Right down there. We're not allowed to touch the butterflies, obviously. I don't think there's an official limit how close we can get. Yeah, so this is, see, they call it the drying tree. After leaving the chrysalises, butterflies need a little time to dry out and expand their wings. So animal keepers place them on this tree until they're ready to fly. So notice there's a whole bunch of butterflies over here on this tree. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So at least a dozen butterflies on this tree. And then over there, the bottom of the fence, and up there, and then higher up, there's multiple butterflies. Alrighty then. Huh. Did this one move? I don't remember him being at the end like that before. That's heavy. Okay, there's some kids coming, so I'm gonna stick to the left to avoid them. Okay, here's one on top of this leaf. Like they say in, what's it called? Back to the Future. Make like a tree and get out of here. Probably too far away from my camera, but right on that aluminum. Wait, is that aluminum or galvanized steel? But right along the middle there, there's a bunch of, there's one there. There's like 3 up there hidden behind the tree. There's one up there by that air pump or whatever it is. Huh. Interesting. See, here's one right in front of me near the end of that branch, whatever you call it. At least there's lots of them in there. There's one hanging under there, underneath the leaf. It's kind of impressive he can hold on like that. There's a huge one up here, facing me. I like how it has lots of pretty colors. It's like dark black, but it's also got brown and blue, and kind of yellow or pale. Sort of a pastel. Okay. So this tree is covered with them. I don't know how obvious it is. There's the dark one there. There's a lighter colored one there. This closer one looks like he's eating. He's moving around, playing with that flower. If you keep looking, there's like 4 of them in the background on the same tree too. Huh. There's a bee in here too. I'm sure my camera won't do it justice, but right on the end of this leaf, there's a small bee. Smaller than a honeybee, really tiny bee. Maybe it's a baby bee. Alright, interesting.
Most of them are native here too to this area. So yeah, if you're interested.
And then hanging underneath that branch, those are really pretty ones. That's interesting lighting. It's like all sorts of